Hey guys, Chris Vlogs back here again today. We're doing another Chris Talks this time around, actually the first one for this channel. And today we're going to be talking about self-reflection because I see a lot of artists that will, pour their heart and soul into a piece of work, and then by the time they're done with it, they're just not quite happy with it, so they'll just throw it in the trash or delete it and then just forget about it. And I'll admit I've actually done this myself quite a few times, and I regret every time that I've done that because each one of those projects that I feel I failed on was actually a complete opportunity to just learn from my mistakes. Because as an artist of any form, this goes for any form of artist, mistakes are crucial to your career because the more mistakes you make, the more you'll learn about what you're doing, and then the better your stuff will be in the future. So like you can see back in my first short film, Priceless, I made numerous mistakes, and I've learned from each and every one of those. I've been doing what I can to build up and better everything that I did wrong in that film. And granted, there's still a few of them every now and then in my later projects. Like you'll see some in Triple S, you'll see some in Double Sided, Frozen in Place. They're all there. I've made those mistakes countless times. I still make them all the time. But once again, I'm doing what I can to fix them, and I feel that I have improved so much since I've started filmmaking, especially because when I started, I had no idea it was something I wanted to do. I was just doing it for a class, and I wanted to go a little bit more serious to my project because, well, why not? There was a camera in my hand, I was happy. So I was really excited when I did that, and I realized that that was something I wanted to do, something that, really spoke to me on a personal level. So I decided to take it to the next level. Well, of course, you're not going to be perfect at first. You have to take the time to go through, do the work, go through all the crap, and then study it. So that's where self-reflection comes into place, is that the more work you do and the more crap you produce, the more good stuff you'll produce because you'll start learning from all the crap if you actually take the time to reflect on the mistakes you've made rather than just throwing them away. So once again, take those opportunities. Something you feel you screwed up on, keep it. Keep that even more than the stuff you feel you did good on, because that's the stuff you really learn from, the stuff that keeps you pushing forward and kind of gives you more motivation to keep on going. Like, okay, how can I better myself? And then you look at that project that you feel you failed on, and boom, there's motivation right there and stuff that you can focus on right there on expanding and growing and making better. So, for example, like me in my early short films, I was terrible at lighting and any sort of cinematography. And now I have this full lighting setup. I have learned quite a bit of the basics, and I've gotten even a little bit more advanced in my lighting. I'm still working on it, of course. I'm still fairly a beginner to cinematography and all of this, but I have improved so much since I've started because I've taken the time to look back, see what I've done wrong, and other times also looking at other people's works, seeing what they've done right and seeing what they've done wrong. So there's not always just self-reflection, but sometimes reflection in general. For reflecting on other people's work that are in the same area of yours can also help too. It's not always just your own work that you can benefit from. You can benefit from other mistakes. That's why I watch bad movies all the time too, is because you can see the mistakes that they make in there and then avoid those when you go to actually do your own stuff. And it helps out so much. I've learned so much from bad films that I've seen on the internet, and even like Hollywood films I've seen that have been terrible. Like, I just did a Warcraft review here recently. Well, I just filmed it anyways. I haven't uploaded it yet. And basically the whole time, I was just talking about how bad the movie was because there was practically no storytelling in it. And it was all just focused on CGI. So that was kind of like a learning experience for me as well. It's like, okay, I should not just focus on looks because clearly that's boring to the audience. I hated the whole movie because of that. So once again, you don't need to just reflect on your own work. You can reflect on others as well. So, like, if you don't produce all that much, if you're like me, you have to take time for each project, and they take a long time to produce. You might not always be able to learn those mistakes as easy. So it's always good to study up on other people's works too, to see what else is going on around you, so that it's not just kind of self-centered or anything. You're expanding your horizons as well and seeing what else is going on too. So. And another thing I want to kind of just remind everyone is that we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes. It's guaranteed. That's one of the only guaranteed things in life, really, is that we will make mistakes. That's just the way things are. And if you can't just, get used to that and accept it and move on, then you're going to struggle a lot. So might as well just accept it now and learn from those mistakes rather than just throwing them away and neglecting them and acting like they're not there, because we all know that they are. And people will tolerate your mistakes if they know that you're learning from them. If you just keep making the same mistakes repeatedly, then they're going to know that you just don't care and you don't put the time in. But if you actually, if you make mistakes and then they see in the next one that you fix those, then they'll be much more likely to stick with you and be much more supportive because they can see that you're putting in the time and work to better everything that you do and make it as good as you can. So it's just kind of a huge thing. And once again, I've seen a lot of artists struggle with this. I've done it myself. Like I said, I've been getting better at it. I've actually started studying and analyzing in my free time what I can out of my own stuff and out of other people's stuff. Just kind of getting new ideas and seeing what ideas usually don't work out, or seeing if maybe there's a bad idea that I can turn into a good one just through adding something or maybe removing a little detail. So little things like that can just boost your work so much in just all aspects of it. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped you a little bit too if you're a creative like myself. So anyways, if you guys like the content, be sure to like and subscribe for more in the future, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.